Hunter x Hunter, episode 140. Believe it or not, all of chapter 325 is this whole episode. One chapter, one episode. It's pretty awesome. Alright, in the beginning, they start off with the Nin Exorcist, and it will after the flashback about healing the bird. So, no way. Can't do it. It's too big. And of course, we already knew that. But anyway, now Gon is really messed up. You got the bloody sheets and the whole dark, aura and everything around that. It was pretty crazy. And then we get to Gota, the head butler, and they talk about level 4, and if Killua leaves the property, then it's level 5, and he has to get captured and brought back in. What I thought was interesting is Killua's like, why? And it's like, well, number one, stealing classified property, and then they get the whole thing is, Luca's not property, and then rebelling against your parents, and then threatening actions, okay, all that kind of stuff, which is true. It's all about protecting family secrets here. And Gota, and plus there's Canary there, and then there's Sabone, and of course that leads into the whole thing of Luca asking a request. Give me your little finger, nail, and that whole thing, and then fades away because evidently Sabone, who's the top person there, is I guess Gota. I thought of him as the head butler, but in reality he's like Sabone is like sensei to me, so she's really the number one. Knew what to do, in order to break the chain. She understands how, at least some of the rules, so she fades away, so she can't be asked for any more requests from Luca. So that was pretty interesting. So together we get Canary, who we've seen before. We get, I believe, Amon. She's also there, so we have at least 4 of the butlers that are there. Now we get into this whole discussion with Leorio, which I loved. I loved it in the manga, and it's awesome in the anime. And the whole thing about him and Gota, you know how he is, the yelling, and you're an underling and all this the business. And then finally, finally Killua says, "Look, just do what Gota says." And then of course Morale comes up immediately after that, and he says, whenever the conversation basically gets to, which I'm pretty sure it will, he basically what he says is, and you say that's impossible, hand the phone over to me because I can make it possible. Okay, and sure enough, that's exactly what it's an awesome scene, and Morale is totally awesome, and of course he makes it possible, and then he calls Nav to go ahead and make the room and everything possible, and he gives the the conditions that they have to do, and the whole thing. Morale's line is like, look, in the field, you listen, and when a trusted friend tells you to, you have to trust the people around you, and that's just simply the way it is, which is awesome. Morale, a lot of people like Morale, for various reasons. A lot of people like that character. I like Morale. It's pretty awesome. And then we get to the whole Pariston, which everybody pretty much hates, especially later on. And he gets the dig at Gen about the whole, he's does all these countless violations every year, and he's still a Zodiac. He doesn't get any laughs. He's like, hey, it was a joke. He's sparkling, the game show host kind of thing. And then we get to the whole confrontation with Leorio, and he's asking Gen, why have you not visited Gon? He's sick. Leorio is a fun character. A lot of interesting stuff you can do with him. And Gen is like, well, he says it's basically, he says, well, I'm glad I hear you're a good friend. He's got a lot of good friends, and basically that's awesome, and that's good enough. And the second time, Leorio just completely blows it, and Leorio he does this crazy punch, and then it goes through and comes back up, which is amazing. The crowd cheers. And Pyron, right, the one with the bunny ears, is the announcer, right? She reminds everyone they can watch today's Hunter footage on their website. Watch it on the site, everybody, saying, hey, you can watch it again, again getting laid out. And I don't know if, I don't think it said it in the anime, maybe it did, but in the actual chapter, it's like, eat this and die. That's what Leorio says. So this was fun. I can't believe that one chapter made one full anime, but it was awesome. A lot of action in it. Anyway, that's it. It's a lot of fun. There's no chapter this week, so that's just absolutely the way it's going to be. All right, and that's it. Of course, I'll put links down below if you want to be in any of the Hangouts, if you want to watch any of the Hangouts. okay, then I've got this other site. You could subscribe to it, or you can just go over there and you can do anything you want, right? And I'll leave it there. Until next time, take care.